Hundreds rallying for peace to commemorate the anniversary of Trayvon Martin's death. It was 2 years ago this month that Miami Gardens teenager Trayvon Martin was shot and killed in Sanford. Today, a peace rally for the Trayvon Martin Foundation with some celebrity help.
Some noise for Jesus one more time if you love God in here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You can make a lot of love of that. He deserves your praise. He deserves your glory. Come on, make some noise, somebody. Hallelujah. 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 Yes, to be praised. Praise.
There was singing.
Is he here?
And there was celebrity.
They said, Jamie, why you got that Trayvon Martin shirt on? That ain't in no more. He's in Hollywood. I said, well, Trayvon Martin's still dead. And his mother still grieves. It's about our kids, man. Let's love and protect them. We love you, Trayvon.
Green balloons released into the South Florida sky in Trayvon's memory.
Give a big round of applause to Tracy Martin, Sabrina Fulton, and Javarius Fulton as they come to the stage.
We don't look like what we've been through. Y'all should be clapping on that one.
Trayvon's family says God's grace helps them get by in the time since his death.
It has been 712 long days since Trayvon got killed. But the good part about it, if there's any good out of it, is that you all are keeping his name. You guys are our strength. It's just good to see family.
And I still have 2 boys. I have one in heaven, and I have one here on earth. And as long as I have breath in this body, I will fight for my boys and your boys. You know, raise your hand, moms.
Yes, ma'am.
You know that there's 2 things you don't do. You don't talk about somebody's mother, and you don't mess with their children.
Trayvon's family says events like this help them heal, and their new mission through the Trayvon Martin Foundation is to help all children.
Miami Gardens is our family. Sabrina Grover from Miami Gardens. Trayvon walked up and down 32nd Avenue. As a matter of fact, I'm putting a bid in. I'm politicking right now to get that street named after Trayvon.
Meantime, there are reports on Twitter tonight that the George Zimmerman DMX fight that stirred up controversy this past week has been canceled. The promoter reportedly tweeting out that he was more concerned about how people felt than the money he was going to be making. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look outside where things have heated up a bit. A little steamy today around South Florida this afternoon. Let's bring in CBS 4 meteorologist John Giraldi with the forecast. John? Speaking of impaired drivers, Mothers Against Drunk Driving is a huge force here in South Florida. The massive number of people who showed up to walk at today's MAD fundraiser was touching, but also eye-opening when you see just how many lives in our area have been affected by drunk driving deaths. Walk like mad, remembering lives taken way too soon.
My son was only 21 years old and had a great future ahead of him. You will never be able to hug them, kiss them, or see what their growth would have been.
We're in honor of my brother. He was killed in September by a drunk driver, so it's still very fresh and dear in our hearts.
Some carried large photos of loved ones, including husbands and wives, and children who were killed by drunk drivers. Others carried handmade signs with hearts and photos.
My daughter was 22 when she passed, and she was a passenger of a car, and the driver was drunk.
Nearby, a photo board showing young and old, people from all walks of life, whose lives were cut short by someone impaired behind the wheel.
I came out here to show my support for Kaylee, who passed away April 13th, 2 years ago, and she's with us every day, and she'll have her support forever.
For some, it's a reunion, and they gain strength by being together and also by seeing other families who are in different spaces and places in their grieving.
Some walkers say there are tougher penalties for lesser crimes. They'd like to see the book thrown at drunk drivers.
Every year they continue to strengthen the laws, and I'm sure this year they'll look at more ways to improve the drunk driving laws.
MADD's message, take initiative. In 2012, the last year for which statistics are available, nearly 700 lives were lost to drunk driving in Florida.
People need to be more aware of drunk driving and the consequences behind. The loss is incredible. It's unreal.
MADD says Sunday's event raised money to help serve the community with educational programs and for programs that help victims' families cope with their loss. Still ahead tonight on CBS 4 News, Lisa Petrillo will be back with us. She has the story of a South Florida collector of Beatles memorabilia. Plus, a family in Broward County worried sick over their missing son, an FSU student who hasn't been seen in a week. They're passing out flyers and posting to social media to help bring him back home.